My name is David Lan. I am the Artistic Director of the Young Vic Theatre. One of the reasons that we're very happy to be working with E&O for the second time is because E&O is one of the theatre companies, music theatre companies, opera companies, who I think of as closest to us in trying to produce work for the stage. In the sense that what's brilliant about E&O is that they're constantly thinking of new ways of looking at great works and also new works in a way that makes them feel like they were written yesterday, created yesterday. What we're most interested in at the Young Vic is the relationship between the work on stage and the audience. The only thing that matters really, whatever else you do, the only thing that really matters is the moment that the two groups that you need to make a show come together, the audience and the people making the show. And the E&O think in very similar way, so it's always fun to challenge ourselves by producing new work with them. The first two productions we did together were really challenging, difficult in some ways, full of surprises. We had to learn a lot in order to be proper co-producing partners on the show, and that was great for us. And fortunately, they were really good shows. They were fantastic shows. Working with E&O has been good for us in many, many different ways. I hope E&O feels the same way about working with us. I believe it does, as we're not only doing one more next year, but we're now talking about what we do in 2010, and long may it continue. We are working on an interactive digital strategy. To some extent, of course, like everybody else, we're already using digital. But we're trying to think our way into the use of digital, which is marketing, in other words, telling people about the shows and suggesting various reasons why they might like to come and see them. But we're trying to go a little bit further than that as well. We have 3 theatres on site. We are beginning to think about our online life as our 4th auditorium. One of the things I enjoy about running my theatre is always trying to do work that we haven't done before, produce kind of work that we don't really know how to produce, so you have to learn and discover. We do a really broad range of work. The one thing we tend not to do is the same sort of things everybody else does. We try to produce work, as I say, that if we weren't doing it, it wouldn't happen. The fact that we are where we are on the South Bank is very important to us. And one of the features of the building is that it faces south. It seems like a little detail, but for us it's symbolically important. We're very interested in our neighbourhood and very close to many of the social groups, the schools, the community groups, all sorts of people who live in our 2 boroughs, Southwark and Lambeth, we know very well, we work very closely with, and we're constantly finding ways, or trying to find ways, of suggesting them that they come and see shows. So the way the building is designed, I believe, is very inviting to people to come inside. So there are always people in the building having a drink or having a meeting or doing something, as well as people who come to see shows. So it's a very, very lively building, full of neighbours and passers-by. And because it's so close to other theatres, our CAF is always full of people who work in the theatre and other artists, and that's a lovely aspect to work in here. You can find any information you need about our shows on our website, which is www.youngvic.org.